Good morning, students. It is Tuesday, November 3rd, and today we are actually starting a new activity. So your author's purpose newspaper is due by the end of the day today, but we're not going to spend any more class time on it. So a quick thing, a couple students yesterday who had already turned it in wanted to make more edits. So I just returned the ones that had been turned in case there's anything you wanted to add. So if you turned in your reading guide before Monday, or your reading guide, if you turned in your final draft to me before Monday, I returned it. So there's nothing wrong. You'll need to go back in and click turn in or submit, okay? But that's kind of done now because we're going to start a new thing. We are going to be reading a bit of an autobiography about written by a young woman named Malala Yousafzai. And she was well, she still is, but she is a Pakistani citizen. So she was living in Pakistan, and her family were fighting so that she and her classmates, so that girls could go to school, which was not completely legal and or okay with those around them. And so we're going to read briefly the introduction or the prologue and part of the first chapter. And we're going to use this to practice our nonfiction skills, such as identifying the main idea, author's purpose, and text structures, as well as evaluating facts, claims, and opinions. Because at the end of this week, we're finishing up the nonfiction unit. You'll be taking your final fiction assessment. So we're going to be reading this very interesting and compelling story, but we're also using this to review and practice for our final fiction assessment at the end of this week. So I'm going to share my screen, and you'll see we have a reading guide to go with the text. So I'm going to actually share my screen, and you'll be able to see what you'll be doing for the next couple of days. So go share my screen, share. All right, so close that out. And actually going to go to the classwork for 6th grade. So there are a few things on there today. I don't like putting up more than 3 or 4, but a couple of them are just extra resources. So you have a warm up and an exit ticket like normal. You're watching the video lesson right now. And then we have a reading guide that will go along with what we're reading. And then there's also here is an audio recording, which means it's just me reading the text for you if you would like to listen to it or hear it instead of just reading it yourself. So I'm going to switch to this, and this is the reading guide for I Am Malala. The front page, it's a picture of her, and this is where for DL students, you'll be filling it in right here, your student name. The reading guide is due this Thursday, so it is due Thursday. It's not typing. Thursday, November 5th, okay? And today you'll be reading you'll be reading the first 24 paragraphs, and the text is actually, the paragraphs are numbered, and then you're gonna be answering questions on main idea, as well as facts, claims, and opinion. So we're gonna read paragraphs 1 through 24, but there's gonna be a couple chunks, paragraphs 1 through 6 and paragraphs 11 through 17 that you're gonna ask or answer specific questions on. So you're looking for the main idea of these paragraphs and what's one supporting detail, meaning what's something that reinforces that main idea. And then down here, you're gonna have to find an example of a fact, of a claim, and an opinion. And you're gonna wanna use the author's exact words for this. Now I'm going to quick show you the text right here. And so you'll see that they have little paragraph numbers here on the left side. So when you're answering questions 1 and 2, you'll be looking in paragraphs 1 through 6 to find those answers, okay? Then same too, when you're doing numbers 3 and 4, you'll be looking at paragraphs 11 through 17 to answer those questions. And then you can find your example of a fact, claim, and an opinion anywhere in the reading for today. Let's see, what else did I want to make sure I covered? I think that's actually it for today. And so we're going to be going over the reading guides in class. So if you are at home today, if you're a cohort A student, I want you to answer and fill it out as best as you can. You received this packet in class on Monday, and we're going to go over those answers tomorrow in class when you're here. And DL students, you'll be working with Miss Sequoia on this reading guide, okay? So we're going to use this to help us prepare for our final fiction assessment this week. And yeah, I think that's all we got. So if you have any questions, remember to reach out, and you can listen to the audio recording, which I have on Google Classroom. And if you are a hybrid student, please do it in the paper packet that I provided for you. If you're a DL student, then you should be completing this on Google Classroom. It is an assignment, meaning you will be receiving a grade. And if you don't do it, then you'll be missing those points. All right. So look forward to more info for this week, and enjoy the story of Malala Yousafzai, and I'll talk to you soon.